You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Hey, Dan, how you doing on a Tuesday?
Boy, can you feel the excitement?
I can.
Oh, yes.
And up and down the avenues, it's in the air.
It's election day today in Sioux Falls. I can smell it.
And I firmly believe that up to 23%
You think that's the number?
of registered voters will turn out to vote.
Do you think it'll be 20? Well, Heidi,
I think it's going to be pretty low. You know, Sioux
It's going to be
Falls,
pretty low. There's not a whole lot of...
historically, regardless of what's going on, has pretty low turnout, which is surprising.
So you lock in at 23%. Heidi, what number are you going to say?
I'm going to say 19%.
Wow. Wow.
So Dan, 23. Heidi, 19.
What sayeth you, Big John?
Well, I'm going to have to say 24%. Then anything over,
Oh, my goodness,
I win,
cheater.
so-
Oh, man.
Hey,
Let's make a deal.
there's a reason I waited till you guys both put numbers out.
It's a scam. David Letterman, 75 today.
Okay.
Doesn't look a day over 75.
Yes.
She was Brenda, Beverly Hills 92 something 6.
90210.
Yes. And then Prue on Charmed about the three witchy sisters.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Shannon Doherty is 51 today.
Happy birthday to you.
And Herbert Cowrie
Herbert Cowrie.
was born this day. We know him best as Tiny Tim.
Oh.
Herbert Cowrie was his real name?
Yeah, still is.
I think he's dead.
He's dead, isn't he?
Just since 96.
Yep,
tote's gone.
just since 96.
Not as dead as they get there, John.
I could have swore I thought that I'd heard that.
Passed away at 64, but now he's a homeboy.
Okay.
He's planted Lakewood Cemetery in Minneapolis,
Oh,
actually.
really?
I
Is he
met
from
him.
there?
He was born in New York. He kind of fell in love with the Twin Cities and actually did a sold-out appearance at First Avenue,
Okay.
the nightclub that Prince made famous,
Yeah.
actually, and has a star on the outside mural of First Avenue. If you ever get that way,
I'll have to check it out.
yeah, just stop and get a little photo with it, and there's a star that literally says Tiny Tim.
Nice. Heidi, when did you meet him? You said you met him?
I did. In Okoboji.
Did you date him?
He was in line in front of me for the roller coaster.
No kidding! That's awesome.
Did you talk to him?
A little bit, yeah.
And he was like, hey, you look like Tiny Tim. Yeah, I am Tiny Tim.
Yeah, no,
That's
he was
funny.
there that night that day for a show.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
pretty cool.
That
It
is
was
pretty cool.
It was kind of cool.
It was
Heidi's brushed with fame. Wow.
1938. I remember this being a thing
What's that?
because I went and got the marriage license for me and the then wife,
Yeah.
and it was the early 80s.
Yeah.
And I actually asked this question at the
Blood
counter.
test?
The blood test, yes, the first U.S. law requiring Americans to get medical tests for marriage licenses, fires up in New York.
Why did we do that?
I
'Cause we
never
don't do that no
understood
more.
that.
It was
Yeah.
called the Wasserman test, and again, it happened to this day in 1938, first implemented. It was a blood test used primarily to sniff out syphilis
Really?
and other
Oh.
communicable cooties and such.
So it wasn't to
Oh.
make sure that you guys are going to be
No.
compatible?
Well,
That's what I was wondering. I didn't know. What are you laughing at me?
Well,
about?
a blood test do
gonna tell you
that?
if
I don't
you're
know.
compatible.
You're not going to be compatible.
You know, that's that Huron public school system rearing its ugly head
At
again.
least I know where Alaska is.
Yeah.
We know too.
We
now.
do now.
But I went to get a marriage license in 1981, I believe it was.
Okay.
And I asked the guy, I said, hey, are we still doing these? And no, they actually discontinued them in 1980.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well,
they
very
went
good.
for a while. Weird, huh?
It is
Yeah.
very weird.
It was 1954. Bill Haley in the comments record what many consider to be the first official rock and roll song, Rock Around the Clock.
Tonight.
And in 1961, and a lot of people, younger people don't know this, the Russians were beating us pretty bad in the space race back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
They were. They just were. 1961, this day. Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin becomes the first human to orbit Earth.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Piloting the
that's pretty cool.
Vostok 1. And then after touching down, he immediately invaded Ukraine.
He didn't quite do that.
That's kind of what they do over there. Took me to your leader. That's all there is to it. All right, I know, we all know. I apologize for the pipes, by the way.
That's all right. You sound good to me.
Yeah, well, thanks, John. We can just bounce ahead here.
All right, we're going to do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time for a bright spot of news brought to you by SiouxFallsComedy.com. And right now, we're going to chat with a comedian. We got MikeMarvell, and he's going to be in Sioux Falls, this area, this weekend on Friday. Mike, how are you, sir?
John, I'm great. I'm looking forward to it. The big trip off from Wisconsin, for crying out loud. Hey, holy cow.
I got a you betcha message back from you the other day. That made me laugh. So
that's the way we talk here, I guess.
That's
I
awesome.
don't even realize it sometimes.
Well, I think it's really cool. Now, how long have you been performing stand-up comedy, Mike?
Oh, John, over 20 years. It's I kind of measure it with my youngest daughter. She's 22, and she was 21 she was 1 year old when I started. So over 21 years. Yeah, over 20 years.
And this is something that for people who've had a chance to see you in the past, they know a super funny guy. But for people who haven't, trust me, he's a super funny guy. And you're going to be in the Sioux Falls area this Friday. We'll tell them all about that here in a minute. But what kind of humor can people expect from a MikeMarvell stand-up comedy show?
Well, I guess my life is just like just about everybody else's. It revolves around family and the good times and stuff like that, and just everyday stuff, fixing stuff, and I'm a outdoors guy. I like hunting and fishing. I talk about that, and just time spent with my family, my dad and my mom and my kids and my wife, and that's basically it. And it sometimes gets dirty. Sometimes I can do a clean show. It depends on the audience what they want. I like to just let loose. So. It all depends on what the audience, and I let the audience lead me too. A lot of people say that I've got a face like, I remind them of their brother-in-law or their cousin or their neighbor, and I guess I got one of those personalities and faces, so they want to talk to me, and I don't encourage talking on stage because some comedians don't like it. But if we're visiting, heck, let's have a beer and talk. So that's my show, basically.
And it's coming to the Sioux Falls area this Friday. It'll be in Tea, South Dakota. There's a place there called Boss's Comedy Club. It's in the back of Boss's Pizza and Tea. And I'm excited for the show because I get to be the host of this show. And this will be the first time you and I have ever had a chance to work together. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, this will be great, John. I mean, I've been to Boss's before, and the food there is fantastic for one thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a great time. I had a great time when I was there last time. It was a couple years ago, before the big pandemic, the COVID, and that was something else. I mean, that's when a couple finds out if they really love each other or not. I mean, when you got to spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a week together, and you haven't killed each other by the end. Although I was getting nervous, John, because my wife spent a lot of time on Netflix watching Forensic Files and taking notes and talking about our insurance not being high enough. And I'm like,
Again, the comedy show is coming up this Friday. If you want to see MikeMarvell, there's two things I want to let you know. First of all, you can register to win a pair of tickets. We've got that at sunnyradio.com. But also, when you get to that same page, there's a link to buy tickets, and you can find all of that at SiouxFallsComedy.com as well. And I get to be the host, a young man by the name of Preston Williams, very funny young man. He gets to be the feature. And then again, our headliner we've got on the line right now, MikeMarvell. And I got to tell you, I remember seeing a bumper sticker that I didn't know where it came from, but it came from your website. It says, "My family tree has deer stands." And I laughed the second I saw that. And when I was on your website, I was like, oh, wait, that's one of Mike's items.
Right. Yeah, I've got a couple things on there. I got a book that my oldest daughter, she went to Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, and we put a book together. It's called Bathroom Reading for the Outdoorsman. And she is a great illustrator. And you know, I do a lot of hunting shows. I'm my other persona is Gut Pile. And so there's a lot of references to Gut Pile in the book. It's got puzzles and stuff like that in there. And I got a new T-shirt. I just retired from my day job. I was a city worker. And John, you know the difference between a city worker and a dead battery?
What's that?
Dead battery worked at one time. So, yeah, my dad told me that one. He was a funny guy. But yeah, I just retired. Shirts, new T-shirts, and stuff like that. And check out my website, couchcommander.com. My wife gave me that nickname because I spent a lot of time on the couch. I'm not a very mobile guy.
Well, I'm excited to have you as you're out and about this weekend in Sioux Falls. I'm excited to have you here. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat, sir.
Thank you, John. It was great. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have a big party.
Again, MikeMarvell, he'll be in the Sioux Falls area this Friday. It's in T is where it's going to be, at the Bosses Comedy Club in T. You can find tickets. You can find all the information at SiouxFallsComedy.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year, we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Graham, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Tuesday?
Again, I don't normally walk down the path of celebrity stuff anymore because I just don't. But I think Heidi has mentioned this a couple times, and I certainly got interested in this too because it's kind of a big, what? How is this even happening?
What's that?
Talking about Kim Kardashian holding up with comic Pete Davidson.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
That guy who in the past couple of years has dated Kate Beckinsale.
Right? I know.
She's adorable.
Who I crushed on for years.
Yeah.
Followed that up with Ariana Grande.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Who I thought was a coffee for the many
Kaya,
years.
Margaret, Phoebe, Cassie, Carly, all of these celebrity dates for this guy. Well, 41-year-old Kimmy Kardashian has an ABC sit-down interview coming up with Robin Roberts.
Oh.
Actually, it happened a week ago. It aired, and I watched the whole thing and recorded it. Said the 41-year-old Kardashian, quote, "I am a relationship kind of girl, for sure. And I wouldn't be with someone if I didn't plan on spending a lot of my time with them. Nice. Obviously, I want to take my time, but I'm very happy and very content, and it's such a good feeling just to be at peace."
Nice.
And she just got divorced from Kanye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they even divorced yet, or are they still in
I don't know. I
the
really don't
throes
know.
of divorce?
I don't know either.
We'll just jump right back into it. According to Ma, Kris Jenner, quote, "He's a really nice guy."
Okay.
According to sister Chloe, quote, "He just makes her laugh and laugh all the time."
That's nice.
I just, as a female, I do not get it. I just don't get it.
Tell you what, ladies seem to dig this guy.
I don't know why.
He's a funny guy.
But I mean, haven't you ever had a friend? Haven't you ever had a friend like John shows up? It's like, "I want you to meet my girlfriend." It's like, dude, you are punching so far out of your league.
Oh yeah, I did. Look at
But it works.
I married Heidi.
Yeah.
Look, there are people who are like,
That's true, but Heidi has a big heart, and you were a mercy man.
it is. That's exactly what it is. There are
It
people.
was no
who,
difference than doing a rescue pet.
There are times we'll go places and people will literally be like, "Okay, blink if you need help." Is
Like
this
if you need help.
is this ogre holding you hostage?
Is this some kind of Amber Alert situation,
It
man?
almost could be. Yeah. It's
Are you okay?
That's hysterical. Anyway, apparently, according to Kim Kardashian, right from the horse's mouth there, she's going, "Yeah, this is legit." And,
Wow.
golly, I couldn't be happier.
yeah.
That's
awesome.
super.
Well, very good. Well,
for
Tim,
her.
I found that darn interesting.
you know, I'm going to tell you something right now. If somebody were to ask me this morning, ahead of time, what is Dan going to talk about today? If they'd give me 100 chances to talk
probably
about
wouldn't have been that.
Kardashians would never have been even on the radar. So
Yeah, normally I wouldn't care, but I'm looking at this Pete guy.
I
just don't
appreciate
get
the
it.
Kardashian update.
And everyone he's in, I'm going, okay, what's the punchline?
Yeah,
Right?
it's gotta
I
be
know.
But no,
Yeah.
Right, well,
dude's getting it done, man.
There you
guess
go.
so.
I bet he's a nice guy. All right. Dan, thanks for coming in.
He makes me laugh and laugh and laugh. He's a comedian.
Yeah,
hey,
I-
thanks for having me. I feel as though I've been had. So
You have been had. It's good to have you. We're glad to have you here. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. Equities pulled back Monday on the combination of inflation fear and falling oil prices. The price of WTI fell more than 3.75% intraday to drive a similar decline in the energy sector. With the energy sector expected to post the largest increase in year-over-year earnings, the move in oil prices and the XLE could alter the outlook for the entire reporting season. As for inflation, the March read of the Consumer Price Index is due Tuesday and is expected to be historic. The pace of consumer inflation is expected to hold steady at 0.5% month to month and could easily top those expectations. The risk for the market is the year-over-year comparisons, which are expected to accelerate as well. With consumer-level inflation expected to top 6.5% at the core level, the expectations for aggressive FOMC interest rate hikes are going to go through the roof. You can get the inside track at marketbeatminute.com.